The biggest talking point for Red Dead Online is the next update. Players are bored of what is currently within the game, and the last major update that we got was back in December 2020. We are on a 2 major update per year schedule, with both updates drip feeding content for about 6 months. Here on the channel, we have already made some predictions with what is going to release and when it will all arrive. My overall prediction is that the update will come at the end of Outlaw Pass 5, which expires on the 31st of May 2021. So I was expecting the update to release on the 1st of June. I've gone over why I believe this in previous videos, and this is not a recent prediction. I've been saying this for months. There's videos of me saying this straight after the Bounty Hunter update was released, that the next major update will release sometime in June or July. And today we have some new information, which points to these predictions being correct. I'm going to be showing you everything and what you need to do to get ready. For the longest time, we have all been talking about the next Red Dead Online update. Normally at this stage, the game gets a lot of hate. Players have completed what they needed to complete months ago and have now moved on to just preparing for the next lot of content. Some players have even ditched Red Dead to move to other games that interest them. This is normal. This is what happens every single year with the game, but we are approaching that time where a new update is about to be pushed. And as we build towards a new update, this is when players start to come back. We go through this whole cycle again. What points to us getting an update soon is the recent information with the QA beta that you can find on Steam database. This is where Rockstar tests and pushes new bug fixes and new major updates. This is the quality assurance team. And you'll notice when going through the depot is that there are 3 different QA betas. You have QA Beta, this is used by Rockstar to test minor changes and fixes. Then you have QA Beta 2 and QA Beta 3. This is where they test the actual big updates and push major updates to the game. You go through the Steam DB, you will see that there's a lot of changes to QA Beta 3 all the time. It happens every other week. But QA Beta 2 doesn't get these pushes as often, but when it does, this is when it's a good sign for there to be new content that's about to be pushed to Red Dead Online. The most recent one for QA Beta 2 was recently updated on the 21st of April. Since this date, it has sparked a bit of excitement within the community. Anyone who is anyone within this community has talked about it. You have seen posts on Twitter, YouTube videos, and also posts on GTA forums. This is big news for updates coming to Red Dead, because it further proves the point that an update is about to be pushed straight after the current Outlaw Pass 5, which ends on the 31st of May. With this QA Beta 2 push, I have seen a few people ask, if the Red Dead Online update is ready now, why don't they just push it? And there's a couple reasons why Rockstar won't be pushing it as of yet. The first reason is that there's still content within the game that needs to expire before the new content is pushed. If Rockstar were to push a new update, which is most likely to include Outlaw Pass 6, Halloween Pass 2, and the major update itself, it would all be leaked just like Outlaw Pass 5 was leaked, but on a much bigger scale. The second reason is, just because there's been a big push, it doesn't mean it's actually ready. This is where the QA team takes control of everything. The update from developers has been pushed into a real game scenario. It's no longer just within the game engine, it's actually within the build. But this is only so the QA team can test everything. They'll play through it, find any problems, and report those problems back to developers, where developers will then make changes for the QA team to test those changes. This will happen for the next month until it's ready to release. The third reason is, just like Rockstar having a QA team, so does Steam, Microsoft, Sony, Epic Games, and Google. They don't test the functionality of the game, but instead they have to go through a review process to make sure it doesn't break their platform and fits their terms of service. This review can vary from 3 to 5 business days depending on what else is being pushed at a time. As Rockstar is a AAA game company, it's likely this review will be slightly quicker, as they'll most likely have direct connections for each platform. So, just because QA Beta has been pushed, it doesn't mean that it's 100% ready just yet, but it is definitely close. We're talking about this being 80% done, with 20% being just about polishing and testing. And as we are all expecting a 1st of June release, this is way more than enough time for them to cover all of these grounds. Over a month just to polishing and testing is way more than enough at this level. So with all of this in mind, this is good news for the next RDR2 update. We still don't know what it's going to include and how big it will be, but it should be big enough to hold content to last through to the next major update, which is due to release at the end of the year in December. And normally the summer updates tend to be slightly bigger compared to the other updates we get throughout the year. The next thing to talk about is what you need to do from this point onwards. If you have watched videos before in this channel about preparing for major updates, you can actually click off this video now. The information that we're about to cover now is what I do for every single update, but I will be going over everything again because already I've had loads of different YouTube comments, Twitter DMs, Discord DMs, and even chats over on Twitch whilst we've been streaming of people asking what they need to do for the next content drop. So we're going to be going over this very quickly, and if you have seen this before, you can click off now. The first thing and most important thing is that you do need gold for the next update. No matter what Rockstar adds as part of the update, expect it to cost gold up front. This time round, I believe 150 gold bars should have you covered for the different roles that get added, if there's going to be one or there's going to be multiple, the new Outlaw Pass being Outlaw Pass 6, if you want to be able to go and buy any of the new cosmetics, and on top of that, I'm anticipating Rockstar to increase the prices of gold across the board for different types of items, just because of that nerf that we had in the previous update. This is a good time business-wise for them to double down, increase prices for around about 25%, so that it's more likely that people will have to buy gold bars, giving them a higher profit. This is all rough numbers based on a few educated guesses. We haven't had roles that exceed 25 gold bars each. It goes from 15 for tier 1s, 25 gold bars for tier 2s, and also enhanced updates. Outlaw passes haven't exceeded 40 gold bars as of yet. For the two previous Outlaw passes that we've had, you get less gold back than what the pass is actually worth unless you buy it within the first week. So it is a smart idea to get the gold up front so you can buy this within the first week. And that way you'll also be able to get gold back, and in some cases you're even able to make profit out of the Outlaw passes. We already know that Rockstar are getting more expensive with the cosmetics that they add to the game. And as tier 1s have soon become tier 2s and tier 2s have also been expanded, this starts to layer up. It becomes more and more expensive each time round. So 150 gold bars should keep you covered. If you have more than this, you don't really have to do much unless you really want to. If you have anywhere between 100 to 150 gold, you are still in a good position, but you're not going to be able to buy as many cosmetic extras. If you're fine with that, you can stick to the current amount. If you have less than 100 gold bars, you are cutting it really close. Some of you will only be able to buy the essentials and nothing else, whereas others might not even be able to buy roles, especially if you have less than 15 gold bars. Gold is the most important currency within the game, and if you do not have any gold, there are a few methods here on the channel that can help you out. I'll leave a link in the description down below, as well as there'll be a card on screen right now which you can click and it'll take you directly to that video. Secondly, you will need money for the update, but you don't need a crazy amount. After new content comes out, especially if it's new roles, you will need to buy equipment / upgrades for that role. On average, it costs $3,037 for each role. This is the essentials, so these are items that can increase your gold, money, XP, or make your life easier within that role, and not so much the cosmetics. If you want cosmetics, this will cost substantially more. If you have more than 10k, I do believe that you're in a very good position. That's a lot of money within Red Dead Online. If you have less than 10k, it's easy to get this number up. There is a money method here on the channel that can give you $1,000 in just 1 hour of your time every single day. I'll leave a link in the description down below to this as well, and you can also find a card on screen right now which you can click and it'll take you directly to that video. I would also advise, if you're fairly new to Red Dead Online, to get max rank within each of these roles and also completing all the main missions. We don't know what's coming next, but it's likely to require you to have completed parts of Red Dead Online for you to enter. This has been the case for all the new content that's been added to the game in recent years, so it's likely to happen again. We don't know what Rockstar are expanding or adding, so it is just best to max out every single area. The next thing to look at, and this is completely optional, is your collector sets. As always, I'm gathering my collector sets again. You don't need to do this unless you're one of the players that are wanting to complete things very quickly, so you can show off all the new items that you've managed to get. I will be getting 10 of every set, so this is the tarot cards, family heirlooms, flowers, bird eggs, and antique alcohol bowls. I'll collect them now, just hold them until the next major update. When that update arrives, I will sell my sets. Each one give me 1,500 XP, and this should allow me to rank up very quickly within Outlaw Pass 6, completing it on the first day within just a matter of minutes. As said, this is for a specific type of player. Most of you can actually skip over this step. And finally, the last thing that I'm doing is getting legendary animals. I'm constantly going through Harriet's legendary animal missions, killing the animals, storing them pelts and carcasses into my hunting wagons, and saving those legendary animal parts. Everyone is speculating that a trader enhancement is coming next. Now, I'm not 100% sold on this idea. It's more likely to come as part of the next major update rather than what players was originally speculating for Outlaw Pass 5. But in this area, I'm just being over prepared. I just want to make sure that I have some legendary animals and some legendary animal parts within my satchel so that if a trader enhancement does come, I can supply my trader with all the legendary animals that I've managed to gather weeks before. These are the preparations that I'm starting to get ready now for this next update. A lot of these things we've done before in previous updates, and it comes through big for us here on the channel every single time. If you do need help with anything that I've spoken about within this video, there are links to absolutely everything in the description down below, each one taking you to appropriate help that you will need. You'll also find links to the sources that I've mentioned in this video. In the comment section, let me know all your thoughts on the new information for this next Red Dead Online update. Is this something you're excited for, or are you one of those players that don't want to get your hopes up because Rockstar have let you down many times before? Leave all your thoughts in the comment section down below. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going to see ya.